Hello, this is Kristen again. I'm back home in Beaufort, South Carolina, and I have a number of videos that I actually need to upload, and I appreciate y'all watching them. If more of you would subscribe, it certainly would make me feel better about it. Anyway, like I said, there's a number of things I want to discuss, but first and foremost, I need to let people know what kind of vile parasites are alive and well and perpetuating, and it's really disgusting. But I'm a victim of a racketeering group, and everybody is a racketeering group, organized crime group. Well, yeah, those do exist, and in fact, that's why there's the Racketeering Influence Corrupt Organization RICOs that are prosecuted in this, investigated and prosecuted in this country. Uh, the same racketeering group, unfortunately, the way I got involved in them, I certainly didn't sign up for anything, but because of the fact that, unfortunately, I'm related to the late Senator Strom Thurmond, I know a lot of these, the feds pretty intimately. Now, this was me and the love of my life, John Scott Hieronymus. He was 31 years old, and this group murdered him because he was a federal victim and a federal witness. They have never answered for that. On the local level, uh, I believe that probably just about everybody at Beaufort County Sheriff's Department, including certainly the Sheriff P.J. Tanner, is perpetuating, enabling, and conspiring with this group to keep me oppressed, defeated, and it looks pretty much like they'd like to kill me if they could get away with it. Certainly they've done it before. The videos that I've uploaded so far, I uploaded from a kind of rundown motel room in outside of Washington, D.C. And now that I'm back home, I'd like you to see, first of all, this is basically about my pets, but I want you to see what these bastards have done to my house while I was gone. Now, this is my bedroom, and you will see that it looks very much like an episode of Hoarders. They broke in and they ransacked. Here's one of my aquariums. And I hope that, like I said, I hope that pet owners don't find this really too upsetting. But you can see they have put something in there that has killed all of my precious little mystery snails. You can see them up at the top right here. Right here. They're dead. They're dead. And they also killed the sweetest Jack Russell Terrier, well, the sweetest, most beloved dog, Emma, um, that I've ever had. Here's a picture of Emma. She was killed she died the day before Thanksgiving in 2019. And I was told by this racketeering group that if I wanted to eat, if I wanted to live, that I would keep my mouth shut. I guess that's probably the same thing that they wanted to do when they sliced me across my face right here. I don't know if you'll be able to see the scar. They sliced me across my face, and I had to have both sides of my lips repaired. This is Chloe. Down here on the floor in the mess. Now, Chloe is 15 years old, and after the videos that I did in from the hotel room outside of Washington, the same group pulled strings, purse strings, as they've done many times in the past, and they had me falsely imprisoned. Chloe, at 15 years old, went to the pound and was basically on what I would call canine death row there. Now, Emma accidentally had a litter of puppies because I wanted to breed her with another Jack Russell, but she decided to breed with a pit bull instead, and I named the breed PB&J, which is pit bull and Jack Russell. Addie, come on, mate. Come on, come on. Here's Addie. Addie was also taken to the pound and I was worried to death because Addie, look, there's Addie. Oh, she doesn't. She does. She's about like me with a camera. She is allergic to absolutely every vaccine made. She breaks out in, she goes basically into what we would consider anaphylactic shock. So she was completely unimmunized, completely non-protected from every single infectious disease that could have come through that town and killed her. Let's take another look at the house. This house is not inhabitable for me or my pets. And Sheriff P.J. Tanner of Beaufort will do absolutely nothing about it. Nothing. It is a disgusting mess. Now, I live within 1 block of 1,300 high school students. This group has committed multiple acts of biological terrorism over the past year. They've rehearsed biological terrorism attacks on my property. I've reported it to PJ Tanner, more TNTC, too numerous to count. And he has done nothing about it. Absolutely nothing. He has turned his head the other way. He has had his officers turn their heads the other way and tell me that these are federal offenses and they don't share information with the FBI. Well, let me tell you one damn thing. If the bank around the corner got robbed, Beaufort County would be the first to respond. They would be the first responders. Now, they'd certainly call up the feds then and share that information if it was about money, wouldn't they? But they won't do it with innocent human lives. I am still very, very upset and just torn up. There's Addie. She's upset now, too. This is what the home looks like. I mean, this house is destroyed. And if Sheriff Tanner had just picked up the phone and talked to the feds about it, I wouldn't be here anymore. They would have come and gotten me as a federal victim and a witness, and we certainly wouldn't be subjected to this. Neither me nor my dogs, nor my precious dogs, ever have been put in the pound. If it were a very, very kind person named Tom, my dogs would be dead now. They would have been euthanized. Chloe sleeps well right now. She's. I had a salad. Chloe's a chow. And she got up. She got up because she was able to score a cucumber out of the rest of the salad that I had. And as you can see, these precious mystery snails are all dead. They're all dead. They killed every one of them. Just about every one of them is dead. Since I was watching. They also murdered my Rottweiler, Catfish. I called him Catfish because he had a big catfish head. But his registered name was Hurricane's Cracker Man, which was a number 10 on Stone Temple Pilots' first album. And it says, it's called Cracker Man, and it says, roll me, roll me, roll. And I didn't name him because of him being a fink or anything like that, but it's just a really cool song. And that's why they murdered Catfish, because they were threatening me not to roll. Well, there's one thing to be called a rat, and there's one thing to be called, somebody that's a conscientious objector. Certainly when you have personal experience and personal trauma and have been raped. You can see here where they have actually deformed my wrist. They broke my wrist. They stabbed me here. They stabbed me across my mouth. I've been raped multiple times, and they have, and like I said, they killed Scott, love of my life, and they've just never answered for it. And that's the kind of conscience of the highest elected official in law enforcement in Beaufort County, South Carolina. Now tomorrow, just as I did at the Pentagon, I'm going to protest outside of PJ Tanner's office. And we'll see if he'll talk to me then. I told him he's guilty of treason, but and it's like, PJ, hey, help me help you. All right, come in here, be a good guy, swoop in at the last minute. Save my life, save yours. Win-win. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. And it has to do with part of the thing was, I'm sure somewhere along the way when they were filling his dirty pockets with money, they said, oh, well, she's easy to defeat. She's easy to oppress. And she's mentally ill. Okay. All right. Well, if I'm mentally ill, the American with Disabilities Act, that you can read all about it on the Department of Justice website, justice.gov, says that I am entitled under the ADA to more accommodations because I am more likely to be a victim of crime than a normally functioning person, which actually I am. However, there are other victims in this that are not. They are mentally incompetent, and because of the fact that they can't defend themselves, they can't take out for themselves. Well, you know what? If I go down, they will too. So that's not going to happen. So this is, I'm going, like I said, I'm going to protest there tomorrow. You can certainly look on my Facebook at Kristen Boyd Meter and see me outside the Pentagon protesting. And we'll see if I get arrested locally here. I certainly hope not. But you know, when they broke in and ransacked my house, they brought in, apparently must have been buckets of rat poop, and they poured it all across my brand new bed. They opened my cabinet, my dresser right there. Oh, look at the mess. Look down here on the floor. Okay, that's what I came back to. You know, I'm kind of OCD about cleaning, but they opened them up and dumped rat poop. I assume it's rat poop. In my dresser drawers, in my clothes, all over my bed, and you know, if nothing else, rat poop could contain bubonic plague. So you know, it's a threat on my life, a threat on federal witness and victim, and you know, Google the penalties for that under a RICO Act, PJ, and let's see if you want to keep perpetuating that. I will certainly look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow. All the news channels locally have been notified. Y'all have a good night. Please subscribe. Thanks.